Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bonsai Forever. So today I'm going to be using my cell phone to video this video. So hopefully it turns out right. Hopefully you can see me. I don't know if I'm pointing at myself or not. Today I'm going to be working on a Sarissa. And as you can see, this is what the greenhouse looks right now, or looks like right now. Loaded with all of my trees. So that's the space that I have to be working on my tree. This is a 1 gallon pot. This is a turntable. This is my ficus forest that I'm way too close to right now. It's looking really good. I'm gonna have to trim that up, but I've got a Sarissa that I had growing and it was doing super awesome. And then if you've been watching any of my videos lately, you would know that my sprinkler system wasn't working properly. So this has lost a lot of foliage on a lot of the branches. I would set up my backdrop, but I really just don't have any room for it right this minute. So I might just go ahead and see if I can set it up so you guys can see anything that I'm doing, because right now it just looks like nonsense here. So give me a second. Okay, so maybe that helps, maybe it doesn't. So I'm going to do some close-up stuff for you guys so you guys can see everything that I'm trying to accomplish here. So this right here is branches that are growing out of the trunk of the tree. You know me, I like to pull the weeds out so you guys can see things. So let's go ahead and take care of that really quick. I'm going to try and hold the camera and do this work. Shouldn't take very long. Typically when I do a video, I try and show you guys like the whole process, and I'm explaining everything, and today I'm just going to go through and show you what this could look like once you've got plenty of experience working on a tree. So I'm going to actually put the camera into a tripod. Okay, so I've changed my mind. I'm going to put the camera in a tripod. I'm going to try and bring this in as close as I can so you guys can see what I'm doing here. But I'm just going to go ahead and work on this, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is all this stuff at the bottom here. If I don't want to thicken up the trunk, which I don't, I'm going to get rid of this stuff. This stuff's got to go. All the tiny little branches that have died, obviously that's all got to go. All these tiny little branches on the inside of this branch that I don't need, those got to go. And I'm letting you guys know right now that this tree is not gonna look good after this. This is a quick get it back into shape that I can go from here working on this tree, because this tree has died back so far that a lot of this work that I've done previously, it makes no sense now, because it's all either died off or it's overgrown in certain places. And now we're trying to get this tree back to a new starting point. So we're going to cut off everything that doesn't make sense and everything that doesn't fit in the profile of the tree or in the health of the tree. Because what we're trying to do with bonsai is trying to make little trees, but we're trying to make the little trees healthy, right? We don't want raggedy little trees. We want healthy little trees. So some of this up in this section right here is going to be too large for the composition now. So I'm going to take out all the large branches now and leave some of the smaller branches. That one kind of helped out because it was already dead. So taking out the larger stuff at the top of the tree now. And I'm going to leave some of the smaller branches, and we're going to develop the smaller branches now. I'm trying to make sure that I'm showing you guys everything back and forth with the camera. Alright, so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to take the large branches off. It takes some of the live stuff off, but it's okay. We're going to rebuilding this tree. We're going in. Some of these I'm going in and finding the nearest live branch. Some of these I'm going all the way down to the primary branch and cutting it all the way back, and we're just going to start over with all new branch right in that section. Cerusas are a tree that grow relatively quickly when they're pruned. When they're not pruned, they will slow way down and just almost stop growing. They'll have live growth, or if it's a bad situation, then they'll start getting yellow leaves. They'll start getting a lot of space in between each node, which I've explained what a node is before. If you don't know, a node is the... Here, I'll go over here and show you guys. See that there's a leaf here and a leaf here. This would be a node, this would be a node, that's the inner node, right? So it gets longer and longer inner nodes. So we cut those back, and that creates better ramification for the tree, because we want these trees to have a lot of ramification, or they start looking like very sparse, like this branch right here. See how this branch has got, we've got this long section right here. So I'm going to cut it all the way back to here. Now that's the end of the branch, and that'll grow out into this space relatively quickly. And then we've got these leggy branches down here, taking those off to there and there. And then this branch here will grow out, and that tiny little piece right there will grow out. If it dies, that's fine, because these back bud really quickly. So we'll have new branches to work with. I've just gone through and chopped back a lot of the branches that I don't like, that I don't want, that aren't healthy. Got rid of all that. Okay, so now I'm going to go back, and you see right here, it's got this really thick branch that's going all the way up here, and it's got all these really thin branches right here, and this really thick branch right here. That is going to go away. These really thick branches, cutting them back to a smaller branch right here and here. I want to have the bifurcation right here, and we'll work on this branch and maybe one of these two branches. Whichever one puts out the best growth is the one that we'll keep, and then we'll cut the other one off later. So this one has growth here, this one has growth here and here. And then all of this, we're just going to chop it back, like really far back to where it bifurcates, one branch into two, two branches into four. And we'll just go with that on that branch there. Another dead branch here. This is a long leggy branch here. I already cut that one back, but it's long and leggy all the way back down into there. This one goes clear back into here. So I'm going to cut this back all the way back into here. I'm just going to do that with all of the branches that are super long and have a lot of long internodes on all of them. I'm going to do that to all of them. So like I said, this tree isn't going to look super good right now. It's not going to look like we want it to look right now. But like I said, these trees grow relatively quickly, so we'll get a lot of new branches here in the very near future. So this is another branch that I want to address right here. It's got this huge long piece, and it's really thick at the top of the tree, and I've got thin branches here, thin branches here. So I'm cutting this back to here. I'm going to save that piece because that'll be a new tree. And now we've got these smaller branches here that will be the top of this tree. I'm taking this other long or thicker branch out, and then I've got this thick branch which I'm going to cut back down to that thinner branch right there. So I've got 2 thin branches here. And we'll take care of the stumps or the stubs later on. I'm cutting off any place that there was an old flower as well. And I'm going to cut it back to the next branch down if there was a flower. So you can see right here, there was a flower right here. So there's a bifurcation, well, there isn't one. There's a branch here and a branch here. So I'm cutting it back down to the next branch. So it looks like that. So I'm getting rid of that where the flower was at. If you keep those, that part of the tree won't grow properly. It will pretty much stunt that section of the tree. So I've got this one right here where there was flowers right here. And it's got these tiny little, this tiny little growth right here. Cutting that all the way off. Get rid of that. Because now this branch can develop. I've got a flower here. And that one doesn't have down to the next branch. So it looks pretty good. But I'm going to take it all the way off to the next available growth. Alright, so now the next piece is this long straight branch. If I take that off all the way, it leaves me with just that growth right there, and that doesn't look bad. So I'm going to cut this all the way back. So then I've got a bifurcation right here, 1 branch into 2 branches here, and a third larger piece in the middle. That's going to come out. Okay, so this piece here, I'm going to let kind of grow a little bit thicker. I don't necessarily want it to catch up with this piece because this is the trunk. This is the main trunk. This is the main leader. I'm going to grow this to where it kind of starts growing back over into this section. And then this will be part of the canopy over here. This will be the canopy over here. This larger branch back here will be the canopy over here. And this will be the canopy over here. So we'll have a full canopy all the way around it. And that's what we're trying to do, is to have a full canopy. So now that I've got that all chopped up and trimmed up and looking healthy, but not necessarily like a bonsai tree. I almost threw it on the floor for you guys. But now that it's looking more like a tree, I'm going to leave it just like that for now. Now I'm going to just take care of it. I'm going to make sure and watch each branch and the whole tree all together, and make sure that when it has pieces that need trimmed, I'm going to trim them right away instead of letting it grow out too far. So I know that was kind of quick explanation, but I'm pretty sure you guys understand what I'm getting at. I've talked about the Cereus before and shown you how to maintain it, but that was way overgrown, not healthy looking, and I brought it back to the healthy foliage so that when it continues to grow, then we're going to have a healthier tree, and it's going to be an awesome bonsai tree. And this will go into a pot. Once this starts growing again, I'll put it into a pot, a bonsai pot with bonsai soil. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for all the new subscribers. I really appreciate you all joining us. I hope you like the content. If you do, leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget that part. That really helps out. And leave a comment. Comments are great. I like reading them. I like responding to them. Anyway, appreciate you all, and thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.